Virgo, stop what you're doing right now. I need you to listen to me, and I need you to listen close. There's a tremor building under the floor of your life, a pressure in the atmosphere, and it is about to break. What I see coming for you is not a gentle turn. It is not a maybe. It is a detonation. A single event, a piece of news, a revelation so unexpected, so utterly world flipping that your first reaction will be pure physical shock. Your stomach will drop. Your hands might go cold. You will look at the pieces of your reality scattered around you and think, this cannot be happening. This is the big change, and it is not in the distant future. It is lining up its shot now. It involves a situation or a person you believe is solid, fixed, predictable, and the universe is about to prove you wrong in the most spectacular way possible. If you just felt a chill, a prickle on your neck, that's your soul bracing itself. You're on Virgo, Virgo. We don't look away from the storm. We read the lightning. If you want to see what's coming before it blindsides you, you need to be here. Subscribe, hit the bell. What you learn next could be the only warning you get. Now, breathe in, out. Let's pull back the curtain on the shock. The first card is the Tower, but not just any tower. See it? The proud stone structure, a crown of flames, struck by a lightning bolt that seems to tear the sky in two. Two figures are plunging from the heights. This isn't a card of slow decay. It is a card of sudden, catastrophic collapse, of a truth so explosive it blows the roof off your carefully constructed world. Virgo, this is the shock. This is the what that will happen. It represents a structure in your life that you have invested in, a job, a partnership, a foundational belief, a living situation that has a fatal hidden flaw. And a force beyond your control is about to expose it. Brutally, publicly, suddenly. It will feel like betrayal. It will feel like chaos. It will feel like the ground has vanished. And you will be left in the free fall, thinking, everything I built is gone. But in the deafening silence after the crash, a second energy emerges. It is judgment. The archangel blows its trumpet from the heavens. Figures rise from their graves, arms outstretched, faces a mixture of awe and terror. This is the cosmic alarm clock you cannot snooze. Virgo, this is the meaning of the shock. The Tower event is not random cruelty. It is a divine eviction notice. You are being forcibly removed from a situation that was, on a soul level, a dead end. The shock is the sound of the locks breaking. Judgment is the call to your spirit to wake up and rise, to review your life with new, unforgiving eyes, to forgive what must be forgiven and release what must be released. The shock is the end of your sleepwalking. Now, how do you navigate the rubble? The third card is the Moon, a winding path between a wolf and a dog, under the gaze of a cryptic moon. A crayfish crawls from the depths of a dark pool. This is the realm of illusion, fear, and hidden things. Virgo, in the aftermath, you will be in the fog of the moon. Nothing will be as it seems. You will doubt your own memory, your judgment, your perception of the people involved. You will uncover secrets, things that were hidden from you, or truths you hid from yourself. The path will be unclear, lit only by eerie, unreliable light. This period will be deeply confusing. It's where the mind races with what ifs and paranoia. The shock of the tower is followed by the disorientation of the moon. But you are not abandoned in the fog. The fourth card is the Chariot. A warrior stands in a chariot, pulled by two sphinxes, one black, one white. He holds no reins. He controls the beasts through sheer willpower. He is armored and moving forward, conquering the chaos. Virgo, this is your power in the crisis. The Chariot is supreme mental control and willpower. After the shock and the confusion, this card tells you that your survival and victory depend on you taking the reins of your own mind. You must harness the two opposing forces, your logic and your fear, your desire to run and your desire to fight, and direct them with fierce determination toward a single goal, getting through this. You must become the warrior who moves forward through the wreckage, unshaken, focused, and in command. And finally, where does this brutal, shocking journey lead? The fifth card is the Sunday. A radiant, naked child rides a white horse under a brilliant, beaming sun. Sunflowers bloom, a banner of victory waves. This is the card of absolute joy, success, and vital clarity. Virgo, this is the promise. The sun is what waits for you on the other side of the shock. The tower had to fall because it was blocking your light. The moon's fog had to clear. The chariot's journey had to be made. All of it leads you here to a life of genuine, unshadowed happiness. The child represents a new, innocent, and authentic version of you, finally free to live in the truth. The shock, in the end, is what liberates you into your own brightest day. So here is the brutal, beautiful truth. You are standing on a fault line you cannot see. The tremor is coming. The tower will fall. It will be the most shocking thing you've experienced in a long time. But that shock is not your end. It is your awakening. It is the universe serving you a bill for a life that was too small and forcing you to pay it so you can upgrade to a life that is real. You will be disoriented. You will have to fight to control your own thoughts. You will have to walk a path in the dark. But you are being led, step by shocking step, out of a cage and into the sun. The change is coming. It is big. It is terrifying, and it is the best thing that will ever happen to you. Brace for impact, and then prepare to rise. You will rise, but not like you imagine. Not with a graceful, cinematic, slow motion. You will rise like a survivor, pulling themselves from wreckage, gasping, scraped, raw, eyes wide with the shock of still being alive. And in that first breath of dusty, new air, you will feel it. A terrifying and exhilarating clarity. The walls that fell were not protecting you, they were imprisoning you. The moon card's confusion is the necessary fog of war. In it, you will be forced to question every story you've ever believed about that person, about that situation, about your own role in it all. Was it a betrayal, or was it a long overdue truth? Was it an ending, or was it the only possible beginning? The shadows in that fog will look like monsters, but they are just the distorted shapes of your old fears, finally visible. Walking through them is the only way out, and the chariot, that is where you find your power. It won't feel powerful at first. It will feel like the most brutal self-discipline you've ever mustered. It is you, every single morning, choosing not to spiral. It is you silencing the panic with a single focused thought. What is the very next step? It is you harnessing the black sphinx of your logic and the white sphinx of your intuition and forcing them to move in the same direction, forward. Not to revenge, not to despair, forward toward the simple preservation of your own spirit. You will become a general of your own shattered peace. And then the first crack of sunlight. It won't be the full, blazing sun at first. It will be a sliver, a single sunbeam cutting through the dust in your new, strange, open space. It might be a genuine laugh that surprises you, a moment of deep, unexpected sleep, a stranger's kindness that feels like a sign, a new idea that sparks in the emptiness, bright and compelling. That is the sun arriving, not as a reward, but as evidence, proof that the demolition was not a random act of violence, but a controlled demolition of a structure that blocked your light. The shock, Virgo, is the price of admission to your own deliverance. The tower had to fall because you were meant to live in the light, not in its shadow. The person you become in the chariot, navigating the moon's maze toward that first sunbeam, that person is the one you've been fighting to become all along. The one who doesn't just build a life, but who chooses one. The one who knows the value of their own peace because they've paid for it in the currency of shock and survived to tell the tale. So let the ground shake. Let the old walls crumble. Let the shocking revelation come. It is not stronger than you. It is simply the echo of your own destiny, finally powerful enough to break through the concrete of a life that was never meant to be permanent. So let the shock come, Virgo. Let it hit with the force of a truth that can no longer be silenced. Let it shatter every comfortable illusion. Let it leave you standing in the stunning, terrifying, and absolutely necessary silence of what comes next. That silence is not empty. It is full of potential. It is the space where your old life ends and where your real life, the one written in the light of the sun, not in the shadow of the tower, begins its first, unsteady, magnificent breath. You are not being destroyed. You are being defrauded of everything that was not truly yours, so that everything that is can finally, irrevocably belong to you. Walk into the aftershock not as a victim of chaos, but as the only person who can navigate it. You have the map of your own resilience. You have the compass of your own will. You have the destination of your own joy. The explosion is behind you. The clarity is ahead, and you are already walking toward it. Until next time, stand firm in your truth. The shock is not your end, it is your awakening, and you are so ready to be awake. Goodbye.